Springwatch presenter Chris Packham, 61, was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome aged 44. Prior to his diagnosis, Chris shared that he felt he had to mask the everyday struggles associated with autism for years. In a new interview, the naturalist said of his years as a student, "In order to integrate, to do what I wanted to do with my life, I had to integrate socially. So, when I left university, where I'd been very unsocial as a means of protecting myself, I had to develop a system of self-management that would allow me to work with other people." He explained on the 1800 Seconds on Autism podcast that he set himself goals like, don't interrupt people, don't finish their sentences, don't change the topic of conversation when you're bored of what they're talking about, look at them in the eye, in a bid to mask his autism effectively. However, Chris says there were some things that he couldn't achieve, so he used alcohol as a coping mechanism. The BBC star continued, "Did I go to parties at that time? Yes, I did. I felt compelled to go to them because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the confidence to explain to people why I didn't want to go to a party. So I went to the parties, but I drank enormous amounts of alcohol to basically obliviate my situation and make it manageable." Don't miss: Strictly's Motzi meets King Charles and Camilla in head-turning gown. Latest: Harry biker Dave Meyers sheds weight amid brutal cancer treatment. News: Susan Boyle admits she was with Paul O'Grady just days ago. Insight: Eventually, Chris quit booze when he felt he was becoming too dependent on it and feared the effects on his mental health. Speaking as part of Mental Health Awareness Week last year, Chris said he instantly stopped drinking and spent 3 years on an intensive course of therapy. On his life now, Chris says he is now able to be more effective and a productive part of a team. He said on the podcast, "I'm just candid and upfront, and I find that the people that I work with are enormously respectful. When we have meetings for the programs that we make, I like to sit in exactly the same place every single day, and I like to have my space. I don't necessarily socialize with them after we finished working. The environments that they choose to go to are not ones that I would find particularly relaxing. By being sort of just frank and honest, I get a very positive response from my colleagues, which is heartening, of course." You can listen to Chris's full interview on the 1800 Seconds on Autism podcast on BBC Sounds.
Now take